Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm doing this little intro from my house, as you can see. This video, the rest of the video, was actually filmed probably about a month ago, maybe even 6 weeks ago. And I realised I hadn't filmed an intro, and I just didn't get around to doing it. So it's been sitting in my finished videos for a while, and I thought I just need to get an intro out and put it up because more than anything we use it as like a little diary thing really, so we can look back and see what we were doing. So I think this was actually filmed in September, and I know it's like November now. But anyway, I hope you enjoy it, and yeah, it's just a day sort of on the allotment plot, things we were doing. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy it. So one of our jobs today was to clear this out, because I've got lots of mint that I wanted to put in there, but without getting too close, we have a wasp's nest in there. So I'm not sure if we need to get rid of that or if over winter they just go and then we can do something about it. So I'm not sure. So what we're also going to do today is, these are our cucumbers, and there's quite a lot of sort of dead yellowy leaves, but there are also lots of flowers still on there, so there are still potential cucumbers to come. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut off all the sort of dead horrible leaves. We're going to give it a good feed, and hope that we get lots more cucumbers. So we've got lots of runner beans. Our runner beans have done really well this year, haven't they? Yep. So Mum's got another handful there. Every time we come down we get another handful. And what we're going to do is, obviously a lot of them we are eating at the moment, but also you can freeze them. I did read though, Mum, it said that they not necessarily don't taste as good once they've been frozen, but I think if you just cut them up and freeze them straight away.
What, not blanch them?
No, someone said to me that they just
Maureen said that to me yesterday, that she said she just cuts them
and freezes them. Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah, so we're going to do that with a lot of them because we can't eat them quick enough at the moment.
Leaving these big ones on here,
Yeah,
to go to seed.
Yeah, so that's the other thing. We're leaving some big ones because we want the beans to get really big.
Seed.
Yeah.
Because they'd be real stringy.
Hold it up again. So ones like that, they've gone past tasting nice now, so we leave them on there and we'll use them seeds for next year. Okay. So we're also going to be harvesting and getting rid of our cannellini beans. So we've got some like this that we've left on here to dry. So they don't look very appetising like that, but if you open them up, the beans themselves have all dried. They're actually really hard. So what you'd have to do, these can be stored like that, and then you'd have to soak them maybe overnight before you eat them. And then we've also got, I'll show you the green ones. These were planted a little bit later, so these ones are still green. So these ones come out like that. The beans are softer. You could just cook them, add them to your soups and eat them straight away. Whereas these ones, as I say, you can store, but you have to soak them before you can eat them. So these are our pots of premium potatoes. We've got that one, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more. We have already tipped some out, but we cut the tops off a while ago. How long ago would you say we cut the tops off? A few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And we've left them, but now we're going to harvest all of these ones and store them in Mum's garage to eat when we need them. Oh, Spitfire doing his daily flyover. So I'm just going to do some work on the strawberry bed. We need to take off all the old leaves. The runners that we had that we put into little pots have now rooted, and rooted quite well. They've gone through the pot into the ground. So we're going to put them into bigger pots. And then I've got some more runners that have got nice big plants at the end that I'm going to put into more pots, so that that we have lots of new runners. So I'll show you what I've got to do. So what I'm doing is getting these small pots that we planted the runners into, and all the roots have been coming out the bottom. So what we're going to do is pot them on into bigger pots, put them in the greenhouse, and keep them there until sort of the spring, ready to go outside. And then we've got lots and lots of runners which we don't need and don't want all of these. So some of them I'm cutting back. Ones like this, what we might do is get another little pot and try and plant that one into a pot as well, because what we want is this whole bed all the way around here to all be strawberries. So that's the plan. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. So then with this one, what I've got is I've got a little pot. I'm just going to put it in there. And I'm going to put that in there and wait for that to root itself before I cut this one off. And then we can put that in the greenhouse over winter, and then we can put them where we want them, because at the moment we don't want all these strawberries that close together. So that's what we're going to do. These ones have already started to they've sort of rooted into the ground, which is fine because we want them to go that way. That's fine. We also just use these paper clips that have been undone, and what we do is we just hold it down, put some soil on, and then it holds them in place, stops them from pinging out until they've rooted themselves. So we're just digging up some of our potatoes that we put in the ground. These are King Edwards, aren't they? I think these ones are King Edwards that we're digging up, and we've got some nice big ones.
There's a label there, look.
Oh. It's King Edward. So these 3 rows are King Edward. But some of them are pretty big. So the potatoes are, as I say, quite big, but there's not loads of them per plant, whereas the Charlotte potatoes, we had lots, but obviously they're smaller. So depends what you prefer. You might have seen in a previous video that I put all spring onions. I planted all spring onions out in here. Well, that's all that's left. I don't know if they've been eaten or they just died. But it gets quite dry. These ones were all okay, but I did keep back some spares, so I'm going to fill in the gaps. We've got some people coming over for like an allotment picnic, some friends and family, and what I'm going to do, because we've got a lot of sort of excess produce that we can't eat it quick enough, and we're running out of space in the freezer. So I'm going to pick some, and I'm going to set up like my own little greengrocers. I'm going to put it all on the table, and people can just take what they want, and then whatever's left I'll take home. So I'm just going to pick some patty pan squash, because they've just gone, well, we've just had loads of them, so I'm going to do some of them. I did take home a couple last night, and we just had it, I roasted them, and it was nice, added to a roast dinner. But yeah, I'm going to do that. I've got loads of cucumbers, runner beans, courgettes, potatoes, and patty pan squashes, and maybe a couple of chilies as well I've got. So yeah, I'm just going to see and offer it out. So this is my little greengrocers. So I've got some cucumbers and more over there. Courgettes, I have got some smaller ones, so if people want some I can cut them off, but I'm just leaving them on for now. Got the yellow patty pan squash,
the white and greeny ones. Cucamelons, forgot we had some of them. Got some red chilies, or some that are just turning. A couple of tromboncinos, potatoes there. So people can take what they want.